You remember that Tom Hanks scene, There's No Crying in Baseball? That was you that night. It's like, pull it together, man. So anyway, it's a mess. But I knew, and I checked back in with my sources, no, they agreed to this. And then Carlos Gomez during the game took a picture on social media with his Brewers teammates on the team plane where he was like saying goodbye. So all this stuff, that the wheels are emotional, all this stuff, unbeknownst to me yet, the Mets are having trouble with his medicals and not comfortable with his hip. So that's what Sandy meant. Technically, of course, the trade wasn't done, but they'd agreed on the players. Then comes the medicals, and it doesn't work. I didn't know this yet. So now, Terry, I remember your press conference, which is one of those moments of yours that stood the test of time, where you go, traded to who, for what? And I was supposed to do an appearance with SNY in the post game to talk about the trade right after you were done. So I'm standing there with a mic in the back of the press conference room, and you're vehemently saying that there's no trade. And I'm going, well, what the hell is he talking about? There is a trade. And I know he's the manager, but there was a trade. So I think I basically go on TV going, I love Terry, but I don't know what he's saying. I've been told there's a trade, but there must be something that we have to figure out here. I was told the Daily News at the time, our back page was all about this trade. It's 11:30 at night. They've got it all set. So media goes into the clubhouse. Sandy's doing a impromptu press conference in the clubhouse. He says, there is no deal. There will be no deal. And I'm going, oh, my God. What? I got to call the office and tell them there's no deal. And the problem with newspaper deadlines is that was the back page. So wipe out the back page, wipe out the stories. Bill Madden wrote a column, wipe it all out, start from scratch, 11:30 at night. So now we have to figure out why the trade didn't happen, because you need a news story. The news story is now, why did it fall through? And my last memory of that night is being in my kitchen in my apartment in Brooklyn that we lived in at the time. We had a baby, so I couldn't really talk when I came back in the house in the middle of the night. But Scott Boras is screaming at me about how the Mets are making too big a deal out of Carlos's hip, and it should be fine, and da-da-da. And that was how the day ended. And obviously the trade didn't go through. And we could look back now. It was a disappointment, but we remember that next morning, right, when Leland called you and said, hey, what about Cespedes? And the rest is history. And it turned out to be a much better acquisition than Cargo would have been. So there you go. What a story, though, right?